The cryptocurrency ecosystem is in jeopardy. Yeah. And I know you're saying, well, not Bitcoin, not this, that, whatever. The fact is, less people than ever believe in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. Not necessarily Bitcoin, but a lot of people that like Bitcoin have been burned by the FTX and all the contagion fallout, among some others. Today, we're going to be looking at Gemini. How safe or risky are they right now? And why am I pulling all of my cryptocurrencies out of Gemini, and especially Gemini Earn? My name is Voskcoin on the Voskcoin YouTube channel. Just trying to survive all this craziness. We're going to break it all down. Let's dig it. Dig it. What the hell does that mean? Let's dig it. This ain't a mining video. So, Gemini, you probably heard of them before, whatever. It's a centralized cryptocurrency exchange, and it's one of the only ways to trade crypto in New York. I'll talk more about that here shortly. But Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, you probably heard of them or have seen them. Most of people's first impression of them is from that Facebook movie. Gemini is built on trust, safety, and compliance. Ask for permission, not forgiveness. So they say that they have no exposure to FTT tokens or Alameda and no material exposure to FTX. That's interesting. We'll talk about that. They claim to be a full reserve exchange and custodian. That means all customer funds are held on Gemini 1-to-1, and you can withdraw them at any time. Gemini holds customer fiat currency in accounts that are segregated from their business, operating and reserve banks established specifically for the benefit of Gemini customers. They don't do anything with your fiat currencies unless we direct them, they say. They don't do anything with your digital currencies unless you direct them, they say. And I'm not here to discredit Gemini, but I'm someone who was just lied to by SBF saying everything's fine. And then FTX US was supposed to be fine. And that wasn't. And then BlockFi was supposed to be fine. And not even 24 hours, they closed withdrawals. And that's a developing saga. They say that Gemini is highly regulated. They have audits. They have a BIT license. Right? Again, they are one of the only ones with a BIT license. That's why FTX US had no negative impact for anyone in New York. Because they couldn't use it because FTX US did not have that license. Same thing for BlockFi. And again, I'll talk more about BlockFi here shortly. But this is where the plot really thickens. Earn interest with your crypto with Gemini Earn. Gemini offers a staking service, but it's not the same as Gemini Earn. Gemini Earn is lending. Okay? And let's talk about this. So I'll do the quick version, right? But they boast about their industry-leading security. But that's not the case when you use Gemini Earn. Why is that? That would be because for Gemini Earn, and look at all these different cryptocurrencies they support. Everything from a lot of different altcoins, Doge, their Gemini dollar, other stable coins, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and again, obviously, many others here. So what are the risks of Gemini Earn? Well, this is the deal. They partnered with an accredited third-party borrower, including Genesis. Genesis is vetted through their risk management framework and all that stuff, whatever. So this is how it started. Providing an update where they stand with their lending business. Total loss, $7 million across all counterparties, including Alameda, when all of this FTX Alameda drama was blowing up, unfolded, whatever. And look at this same term. No material exposure to FTT or any other tokens, the centralized exchange, whatever. And what did we read with the Gemini blog post? No material exposure to FTX. But the TLDR is that they're supposed to be fine. $7 million loss in this exposure. But later news came out that Genesis Trading revealed $175 million of funds are locked in FTX. And guess what happens with your cryptocurrencies when you use Gemini Earn? They go to Genesis Trading. And guess where Genesis Trading has over $175 million in FTX, which has now filed for bankruptcy. Not good news by any means. So what am I doing? I redeemed my Earn balance immediately, just as all of this stuff started melting down. I wasn't as fortunate with my BlockFi balance, which to be honest is beyond devastating and was bigger exposure for me. Because with everything I ever talk about on the channel, I put my money where my mouth is and I show you guys what I'm doing and why. And I will never trust another centralized entity again ever till I'm dead. And I'll be dead. And so I can trust it doesn't matter, I'm dead. Which makes no sense. Here we are. I'm losing it, I guess. So we look at Tyler Winklevoss, right? Co-founder Gemini, Winklevoss Cap, and whatever else. They're not saying too much. They're not doing too much. They've got their blog post. That's kind of it. Earlier, Cameron had a thread that Tyler retweeted here. Tough day for the industry. They bought the first Bitcoin on Mt. Gox. Wild West days, confirmed what they wanted to do long term, all that kind of stuff. So the plot just always thickens, right? So we got Winklevoss Capital. What are they the most proud of? Gemini, of course. Like their nifty NFT exchange, all that stuff, and their Gemini credit card, and a couple other things. Obviously, these things are so intertwined to the level of FTX and Alameda. I'm not saying that Gemini and Winklevoss Capital are the next FTX Alameda. I'm not saying that. To be honest, I don't believe that, but I'm trying to illustrate how closely they're intertwined. What's interesting is when you look at their portfolio, they have a lot of different investments in here, including the kind of underwear that I'm wearing today. I was looking through here and I just didn't expect that one. But what they do have is an investment in BlockFi, an all-in-one digital wealth management solution for cryptocurrency investors. You know, maybe it's a bit of, they didn't want to mingle, or Genesis had a better deal or whatever, but BlockFi offers a similar or the same service that Genesis offers. So why did they use Genesis instead of BlockFi, which they're investing in, and, you know, they can kind of pump it up? You know, and it's not just, you know, about being shady or doing illegal things, whatever. I mean, it's why use a competitor is what I'm saying. Maybe that is some kind of risk framework. Maybe they didn't believe in BlockFi as much. I don't know exactly. But as it stands, the latest scoop on BlockFi is they've paused withdrawals. They have what they claim as a significant exposure to FTX. But they also claim that they have the necessary liquidity to explore all options, and they've engaged expert advisors trying to navigate this, whatever. And so maybe there is a bit of hopium with some of their investors, such as Coinbase Ventures, Consensus, Morgan Creek, SoFi, Winklevoss Capital, CMS, Galaxy Digital, among others in here. I mean, there are some very big names. Do they want to step in and save BlockFi because it could be financially beneficial long term? Do they want to save face personally? Do they want to, you know, just simply invest in the trust of the cryptocurrency ecosystem? I don't know. There's also this CZ Industry Recovery Fund. Maybe BlockFi is a good candidate for that. Apparently, BlockFi was working on a unique license that would make them the only registered and cleared lender in the United States, and that's a service that Gemini Earn already offers. Maybe that is worth the investment. I don't know. Not endorsing them, not recommending them. I'm taking all my stuff off of everything that I still have left and access to. That's kind of the latest scoop on all this and where all that's going. Again, I'm not trying to come off like I'm fudding this, okay? I'm not trying to come off like I'm spreading rumors or whatever, but you look at the background, everything's connected in crypto, and this SBF, Alameda, FTX Ponzi scheme is the biggest Ponzi scheme scam scandal in magnitude in human history. From the number of people impacted to the dollar amount, whatever metric you want, the biggest scam in history is unfolding before our eyes. And at the time of recording this, SBF is not even in custody, at least confirmed, without all these rumors of he is in custody, he's not, whatever. Insane. So I just want to talk about this, right? And I told you I redeemed it. I redeemed my Gemini Earn. And about a day later, Gemini said they had the funds back in redemption. Apparently that would mean that Genesis sent it back within a day, or Gemini is fronting the money to save, face and reputation here, and they're going to deal with it later. And maybe they have a bankroll like that to deal with things like that. The last thing I hope is commingling of funds in any regards. But so I got the funds redeemed. And this is a significant sum to me. And I immediately processed it for withdrawal. That withdrawal is apparently completed. In this instance, I did a wire transfer. It's the first business day, that's how wire transfers work, unfortunately, for the wire transfer. It has not hit my bank account yet. These are supposed to be same day wire transfers. The business day is not yet over, so I do want to reaffirm that. I just checked, it's still not there. I'm gonna splice in an update of when this hits, if ever, and we'll go from there.
One eternity later.
It's me, same guy, but I'm back sometime in the future. So the wire transfer did go through. It actually hit my bank account after hours, which was interesting. Personally, I haven't really dealt with that before, but I also, I don't know. I don't have a ton of wires. But yeah, to Gemini's credit and reputation, I did exit Gemini Earn and received the wire. Took about a day and a half to get out of Earn, and I got the wire the next business day.
Few moments later.
I can't even record a video, edit it, and get it uploaded before things are changing. So here is the latest scoop. Okay, so most of the things that were recorded in this video just yesterday are still accurate, but here's something that's not. Okay, so Gemini Earn has paused withdrawals. However, Gemini is still processing withdrawals, so you can still get your funds off of the Gemini cryptocurrency exchange. Gemini also posted this update illustrating that they have reserves 1-to-1. However, there's a difference for the reserves on the cryptocurrency exchange that are held apparently 1-to-1 and the funds in Gemini Earn, which is basically a white label service by Genesis Trading, who is the one who paused withdrawals, or really what they call redemptions, because they're having we've heard this before, a liquidity crisis. Basically, they don't have the money to give back to everyone that's asking for it. I was really lucky to skate by and get this withdrawal out. I'll be honest, I really thought Gemini and Gemini Earn would ultimately be fine, or at a minimum, at least we had more time. Alexa processed a withdrawal a little bit later, and her redemption for Gemini Earn came through this morning, actually right before the news that they were pausing withdrawals. She then scheduled a same-day wire transfer. I did receive my wire transfer again from Gemini. Alexa's wire transfer has not posted, but Gemini says it's complete. This is a crazy time. Get your cryptocurrencies off of crypto exchanges, or sell into dollars and sit in dollars or the fiat currency until this storm blows over. We'll see where it goes. I don't have an agenda. Just trying to keep you all in the loop, give my experience, and I hope everyone stays as safe as they can out there. I hope you were able to dodge the Gemini Earn bullet. Maybe it won't be as bad as it seems. I mean, if they're lending out this money and then everyone wants the money that they lended to them that they lent out back, a liquidity crisis can be a valid thing. And those funds, as long as they have not been misappropriated, should still be out there and recoverable. But I've been absolutely blown up by the BlockFi and FTX situation. So I'm just hoping for the best on that front. Craziness just doesn't seem to end. Now they've just straight up removed Earn from their website, and when you click it, it redirects to the basically disclaimer. And on mobile, you can still see it, but they nuked the interest rates down to a whole lot of nothing, which means if you even unfortunately did not even get your funds out of here, they won't even be earning anything. So now you have funds locked up and you're not earning any yield, which is the absolute worst case scenario other than losing your funds. What a time to be in crypto.
A few inches later.
This insanity just doesn't end. Okay, I'm wearing this shirt like every day recently. Yeah, I probably stink. Why? I smell like companies in cryptocurrency. Ryan Selkis of Masari shared this information on Twitter. He says that they are raising cash. Who? Digital Currency Group, DCG. The whole crypto ecosystem is imploding. This is crazy. This is unreal. We've never seen something like this, unless maybe you want to attribute it to being, compared to being similar to Mt. Gox. Most of us weren't here then. Furthermore, I disagree. This is completely different. Cryptocurrency as a sector was way more just legitimized and simply popular. But anyway, point is though, they're raising cash and their liquid assets are below liabilities. They're apparently seeking a 1 billion credit facility immediately. My name is Vosk. You're on the Voskcoin YouTube channel. Home of Tails, prettiest pup in the world. We always do 10 seconds of Tails here. She is going to be our CCO, our Chief Custody Officer. And she's saying we got to get that self-custody on for anything and everything, otherwise don't have it, because it's basically potentially gone at any point. The industry sentiment is like at all-time low right now, and my sentiment for crypto is also personally at an all-time low. And I've been doing this for almost 7 years, and a lot of that's been full-time. Crazy. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, and I hope I see you on the next video.
When you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when